Good evening, everyone. Good to see you all here tonight. Today's a very exciting day for basketball fans across the DMV. As an organization, Trae, we want to officially welcome you here to DC. You guys have all seen it. You guys have seen him play basketball. He plays an exciting brand of basketball that we're looking forward to seeing here. He just plays with a level of confidence, a level of competitiveness that we feel like we'd like to add. And it's what sets him apart when you watch him play amongst the other guards in the league. So happy to have him here. Trae's been a force since he got in the league. Day one, rookie year, he evolved into one of the best in elite proven playmakers. And that's something that we're going to be continuing looking for while he's here. I know the front office, the evaluators, we feel extremely strongly about his ability to amplify the young talent that we have, the young talent that we're going to keep adding to the team as we go through the player development process that we are going to stick to here in DC. So we had dinner last night. Even though he's entering the beginning of his prime, he's got a lot of basketball left in him. And he's got a lot of goals and aspirations that he wants to reach. And we're here to help him do that and continue his player development process because, as you guys know, that's our motto. You come here, you get better, you work on your game, and he's going to continue to do that while amplifying others. So, again, we're excited to add to the rebuild of the organization. But I do want to pause for 1 second because I do think it's important to acknowledge that there's two sides to every trade. And I do want to recognize that for a second and say thank you to 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗧𝗏, who ultimate professional. When Michael and I first got here, he was one of the few guys that was able to stay because he understood what it was about, who he was as a human, who he was as a worker, a professional. He left this place better, and I want to thank him and his wife and his family for his time in DC. And obviously CJ's time was a little shorter, but he still had a significant impact in how he led and what he taught our young guys and left this place better. So we wish them both well and want to say thank you to them. But again, when Michael and we got here 2.5 seasons ago, I guess it is now, and we're still on the road to rebuilding the team, we wanted to emphasize a few things and the importance on remaining flexible throughout the rebuild, the importance of thinking in layers and stacking things up, and then I would say being flexible and being opportunistic and doing that while finding players that fit towards our long-term vision, which is sustained success. And I think looking back on the trade we made today, that reflects well on all those principles. So Trae aligns with what we're trying to do. We are happy to have him here in DC. I've seen him in so many different jerseys, starting with Norman High School, Mocan, AAU, McDonald's, Hoop Summit with the USA on his chest, to Boomer Sooner, OU, to his professional career. I'm excited that the next jersey he's going to be wearing will be one of the Washington Wizards. So with that, I'll open it up for questions and officially welcome Trae to DC.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Start with Josh, third row. Right side. Trae, Josh Robbins with The Athletic. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. You were said to want to be here more than any other team. Why is that? What was it about this situation and city that made you want to be here?
I think there was a lot of factors. I think for me, there's a lot of different directions I could have went, as far as my goals and what I want my legacy to be at the end of the day. And for me, just being able to have an impact on my teammates and people around me, I feel like I did a good job of that as a young player in Atlanta. So being able to be a vet and doing it with these young guys here, I feel like I have more experience and more things that I can give these young guys. And I'm just super excited. This is, for me, DC is overlooked as far as a big market. In the NBA, I feel like this is a big market, and I just feel like I'm being able to come into an opportunity to be myself. I'm around people that obviously have known me for a long time and know the type of person I am and the type of winner I want to be. And I know it's a day-by-day process. I know what it takes, so it's not going to be easy. But I know this is a place that I'm excited about, and I was excited about whenever I heard it could be a possibility.
Hey, Will Noah Trister with the AP. Just aside from the availability, what made this the right time in your rebuild to try to make a move like this, and did the teams, I guess,
I think,
improve results over the last few weeks? Did that play a role in it?
I think as an organization, we have a long-term plan, and we're not going to do anything that deviates from that. As I kind of explained earlier, I think Trae fits into what we're trying to do based on the development of a lot of the other players and how he's going to help amplify them. So we're always going to be, like I said, opportunistic. And when you have a 4-time All-Star, All-NBA player available who wants to come to D.C. and help make it what we want it to be, it was an easy partnership and an easy decision, to be honest with you.
𝗙𝗢𝗚𝗟𝗡, Sports. Trae, welcome, bienvenido.
Nice.
You are a proven high caliber player, 4-time All-Star, with criticism coming from everywhere nowadays. How do you manage the outside noise?
Man, I'm comfortable in my skin. I know who I am. Like, I know the people that are really around me every day, like they know like who I am, and whatever like stuff comes out. I mean, there's so many fake things that come out that I just let slide, and because I know the people around me really understand it, and I know one day when I do ultimately win, like we all do here, all that negativity will flip and be positive, and stuff like that wouldn't even come out and even be brought up. So for me, I'm a big believer in faith, and I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm just riding that wave, and I know sometimes you got to go down to get up. And for me, I just sometimes let things slide, and I deal with it because I know who I am.
Hi, Trae, Gene Wong with the Washington Post. Welcome to DC. Have you had a chance to kind of interact with your new teammates yet, and kind of what have the conversations been like so far?
Oh yeah, I definitely have. This morning I got to shoot around, and it was exciting. It was exciting, and I was looking forward to it. I thought I would see him yesterday, but I heard Chris had some stuff going on, and so they couldn't see me yesterday when I toured the arena. But going to shoot around this morning, like. Seeing 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, I told Bilal he got me a couple times these last few years. So I'm glad I'm on his side now. We can work together on trying to get some other guys. But it's cool. Like there's so many young guys here, and they're so mature too. Like as young as they are, you can see the maturity in them. Like the want to learn. Like some of them have been asking me some questions already, Trae, and like those guys they're just sponges, you can tell, and they're gym rats. And to piggyback off CJ, like CJ, hearing him talk about the organization earlier this season, and I mean that was a big viral thing about how this is all changing around here. And I think, I mean, you can, for me, just being here this past 24 hours, you can tell this is a lot different than what people from the outside may see.
And one thing I'll add on that, just like the conversations we've had about basketball, about the team, he obviously processes at a very high speed and knows the game, but he's a junkie of the game and watches it. So he already knows the idiosyncrasies of some of our guys and what they can and can't do and where they're going to be going. So he walked in with a knowledge playing against these guys, but with a healthy respect for them too, where he's going to be able to pick up right away. It's going to be good.
Follow up to that, Trae, you had a taste of a playoff run early in your career. How can the wisdom from that impact the rest of the guys in the locker room?
I mean, for me, it can help a lot. Like I played with a guy like in 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 that was his deepest run, and who had played 18 seasons in the NBA. And so for me, I understand like how hard it is to even get to that point. And so for these young guys, I think just understanding that it's a day-by-day process. Like you can't skip steps. You can't look too far ahead. You got to focus on each and every day and focusing on how can you get better. And just from being around here this short time that I have been, that's the focus around here. And I love that. That's how I've been raised and grew up thinking that's how I would be able to be in this position today. And that's why I'm glad to be here.
Hi, Trae. 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗧, Monumental Sports Network.
Yes, sir.
Branching off of Gene's first question, you being a true point guard, on the floor with the Wizards' young core that's already intact, how do you feel like you can mesh on the floor with them, and how can you help guys like Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗢𝗪, Alex how can you help them get better?
Man, for me, like, one of my favorite players growing up was Steve Nash and Chris Paul as well. So for me, I always learned that the ball brings energy, gives energy. And so that's why I love passing. And I know as soon as, I run a pick and roll with Alex, and I get him a little drop off to a dunk or a lob, or I see Bilal cutting and he gets the ball, and it's not just cutting just to cut. That builds chemistry, that builds trust. And they got to know I give effort on the other end too, and they're going to see that, and that's how you build trust with your teammates. And that's just something that, it'll happen over time as we play, with each other, and we just got to continue to get those reps up.
Alex Phone with DC News Now. Welcome to DC. Trae, obviously, you and everyone in the NBA wants to win a title one day, right? So
Yeah.
when you look at this Wizards team, what kind of potential do you see in this roster for you teaming up with them, and whatever Will and Michael want to build going forward to get to that top point? And is that a big part of why you came here?
Of course. You don't want to go somewhere and just expect to lose your whole time there. For me, I understand, where we're at right now and where we want to go. So for me, like I said, over and over again, it may sound like a broken record, but this is a day-by-day process. And, including the summertime. I can't wait to bring those guys out to L.A. to work out with me this summer. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working out there every summer, and I usually bring teammates out there. And this is a lot of young guys, and so I can really, really bring these guys out there and make sure that they come out there and we all get some work in and runs and build that chemistry that way. And so that's a day-by-day process. So for me, I don't want to look too far ahead or set expectations on when this will happen, because you never know. It happened faster than I expected it in my last place. So you never know when it can happen. But if you focus on the daily stuff, things are going to work out.
Trae, David Aldridge with The Athletic. Welcome to D.C., man.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned it before that things are different in this organization than they were maybe recently, and I just wonder, what are you seeing from management, ownership, coaching, infrastructure that leads you to believe that, hey, this is different now?
You hit all the points. You hit all the bullet points. I think they've been here for a few years now, and just being able to watch from afar and just some of the pieces that they've gotten since they've been here, and the headaches I've had these last couple of times playing against them. You kind of see the difference and feel the difference from the way they play. And I know a lot of the guys on the coaching staff, and from even some of them back in OKC and when I was a kid. So that's a big, when it comes to trust, you have to be able to trust that people around you know who you are. And so everything about this place, and they're talking about the arena, the lower part, everything that's new right now is, it's ridiculous. I can't wait till it's fully finished in a couple of years. So, this is just, it's on its way up, and I hope I'm a piece of this puzzle on the way up with it.
You were a young guy in Atlanta when they took a big jump, and I just wonder what drives winning when you are young and you don't really know how to win in this league. How do you kind of get to that level where winning is a constant and winning is expected?
Yeah, it's not easy, especially as a young team. It's very easy as a young player to come into this league and focus on yourself and how to get to that next deal and next whatever, because you're just, it's new, it's a dream come true. And so if you have those vets that, I've had experience and can tell you that, trust me, if you win, everything else is going to take care of itself. Those are the type of teams that have those young guys that are able to win at an early age or even faster than expected, because they're just more mature and they understand that no matter what you do, if you're a part of that winning team, you're gonna breed success. And whether it's there or somewhere else, and you can expand. So I think that's just having great vets, and you never know what can happen if you have those types of vets around.
Hi, Trae. Natalie Spall, ABC 7 News. Welcome to Washington, first and foremost. It's been a while since you put on a new team's jersey for the first time, wore a team's colors. If you could just walk us through what that moment was like, putting on that Wizards jersey for the first time.
It it was surreal. It was, I mean, different. It was special. Like it's gonna feel even more real the first time I put it on and walk out there and I walk out that tunnel and right behind that bench. It's gonna, I mean, I'll be able to really feel what it's like. But today it was just something new. I'm just embracing everything about this place and this moment so far. So I'm just enjoying it all. So it felt amazing.
Any significance behind switching to 3?
That was my freshman year of high school number, so it was the first one right before I changed it to 11, so I turned it back.
Back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
I like
man.
it. Okay.
Will stole my follow-up, so I'll pass it.
Sorry.
Trae,
Yes, sir.
how do you reflect back on your time in Atlanta?
Oh, man, I loved it, man. I enjoyed it. I mean, for me, going there as a 19, 20-year-old, like, it was a dream come true, being able to be drafted there. I have nothing but love and respect to the wrestler family. I mean, it was kind of their beginning of being in Atlanta, too, so going in there at the same time with them, and it was a dream come true. And I'm happy that I had that. I felt like I needed that to be where I'm at today. And going forward, I think that everything that I learned there is just going to make me the better player and the better person that I need to be for this organization going forward. And I'm just so thankful and for my time there. But I'm excited about this next one.
Chad Ricardo, Fox 5 DC. Trae, welcome to the district, brother. I want to ask you, this is a fan base that has been starving for a talent such as yourself for years and years now. I've talked to them. They're excited that you're here. What does it mean to you to already have the district behind you before you ever even step on the court?
Oh, man, it means a lot. It means a lot to have a lot of the fan base here, obviously showing support, showing love. I want people to continue to show love, not only to me, but to my teammates and to this team for the rest of this season and going forward. Like, I walked into the arena yesterday and I was telling Will how I wanted to see this place sold out. Just seeing it as a kid, like, I mean, packed out. Like, I want to get it back to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just me. It's going to be this team and everybody a part of it. So I just am super excited to have this feeling. I'm glad the fan base is excited. And we're going to give them something to be excited about going forward. And that's on us to take these day-by-day habits and put them out there.
Hi, Trae. Chase Hughes, Monumental Sports Network. My question's actually for Will. You mentioned knowing him and seeing him from an early age, all the different jerseys. Can you expand on that and how you've seen him progress over the years?
Oh, wow. Probably saw him come to one of our games when he was like 12, 13 years old. And people were like, hey, he's a young talent. There's a lot of ties there being in Oklahoma City. It's a small town. He's from Norman. My wife's from Norman. Her whole family lives there. He went to OU. My wife's family all works at OU, went to OU. So known him for a very long time. When you're in a city like that and you have the player of the year type candidates in high school and college, it's very easy to see him. So you run and you see him in the different gyms, and then you learn his family. And you know what he's about, and you know the fiber that he comes from. So always kept in touch with the family, kept in touch with him once he became a professional player and watched him through the ranks. I think the other thing I'm noting is having Travis Schlenk, who drafted him, who was one of our head VP decision makers in the evaluation space, and the connectivity that they had, it made it a lot easier when you're doing background research to know that you know people who truly know his family and truly know the kid. You don't have to listen to some of the rumors that you guys were talking about. So it made us feel even more comfortable, but he's a guy that was always in the gym. Every time you would go to OU practice, even when he wasn't going to OU yet and was taking other offers, he was in their gym working. And you'd be like, who's that kid? Because he's just a basketball junkie, and I think that's how he leads and how he speaks. And to his credit, when I go watch him at OU practice, he'd have his little brother in there, and his little brother would be working, and now he's becoming a player in high school in OKC. So it's a special family. He's a special person. He's no longer a kid anymore. He's kind of grown up. But he's all about basketball. He's all about family. He's all about his faith. And those are things and pillars that he believes in that I believe in as well. So for me, it was an easy one to just reconnect and tap back in and bring him to DC. 2 more questions.
Martenzie Johnson with Anscape. Trae, where are you at in the process of getting back on the court and being able to play for the Wizards this season?
Yeah, I mean, man, I've been playing through some injuries this year, obviously, and I mean, I'm coming over here doing these physicals. They want to make sure I'm right. and things like that. Obviously, I've been playing through some stuff early on, and but I just got to leave it up to them and make sure that, because obviously they want to make sure I'm right, and I do too. I don't want to come back and not be myself for this team and for the city. So I'll just leave it up to them to make sure they let you know when I'm coming back, hopefully soon.
Hi, Trae, 𝗙𝗢𝗄𝗧𝗏𝗪, Double Take Sports. Welcome to DC. Earlier, you mentioned having more goals that you want to accomplish, and you spoke about legacy. So at this point in your career and moving forward, what are some of those goals, and what do you want your legacy to be?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. My goals, I think for me, I just want to continue. It sounds like a broken record, but I just want to get better, like, each and every day. Like, I know I'm not a finished product. I know people look at me as a finished product sometimes, and I don't know. I don't have the baby face. Maybe I need to go back to it. But I got so much to improve on as on the court, off the court, and I feel like I've gotten so much better. But my goal is I just want to bring the best out of these young guys as far as on the court. I want to, like, when I do and I'm able to be right and get on the court, I mean, show that I can bring the best out of this team and these young guys that I'm around, and hopefully make an all-star too out of some of these other guys. And that's my goal for this. And my legacy has probably nothing to do with basketball. It's more about the kids that I'm around, and the kids that I inspired back even in Atlanta. Like, that was probably one of the hardest things. Like, just some of the parents that have to tell their kids that I'm gone, and they don't really understand that this is basketball and this is a business, and sometimes players have to leave. But for me, that's part of my legacy. I want to leave that same type of legacy here in DC, and I'm going to be out in the community and holidays, summer times, things like that. I'm going to be around, and that's what I want my legacy to be. It's more than basketball.